Mr. Run and Jump is just a very charming game. I love the visual style and the gameplay is simple but effective. The controls feel great and responsive, and the different moves you can do are pretty easy to learn. The demo didn't really show anything new, but it was just solid the whole way through, and I really liked this one level where a giant red laser is following you, and you don't have that much time to think. I had a blast with this one, and I can't wait to play more levels in the future. Toziwa Knight Order of the Alchemist is obviously heavily inspired by Castlevania and has some nice references. But the reason why I enjoyed this demo so much is not only because of the overall presentation, but also because of the amount of customization you can do. You have all these different spells to choose from, and some of them are really powerful against certain enemies or bosses. And you can add different metals to your whip, so it will deal elemental damage or it will make sure you can break certain obstacles. I love figuring out what spell to use in each encounter. It makes you think strategically, and I really appreciated that. Exploring was also pretty fun and rewarding to do, so I can't wait for the full release. The first part of Genopanic's demo was super atmospheric. I loved the mysterious music, and exploring the environment was really enjoyable because of the great pixel art and the fun gameplay. I really enjoyed how you have to traverse through breakable surfaces and how immersive the overall story was. The second part is just a fun showcase of all the upcoming different moves and weapons in the game. I personally would have put this game on my wishlist without this showcase already, but it's for sure a great way to make people excited if they missed a bit of action in the first part of this demo. I really love the feel of this game, so I'm ready for more. If you loved Celeste, then I highly recommend this game, because Memory really reminded me of Celeste's difficulty and creative level design. The controls are great, the gameplay has a nice flow to it, and the level design is never boring. The demo is a great showcase of some of the fun gimmicks you can expect when the full game will be released. It starts out fairly easy, but it increases the difficulty in no time. I love me some good precision platformers, and this one has great potential. Moonlight Pulse is a very charming upcoming Metroidvania, and I must say I really enjoyed the demo. It has a nice difficulty, and the ability to switch between characters is always a fun feature in my opinion. I don't know much about the story, but it looks really promising. Exploration was also enjoyable, and some areas had some fun gimmicks, like these tubes for example. I really liked the character design and the overall presentation. The combat is a bit simple, but I'm sure the full game will make the combat more exciting. The demo ended on a cliffhanger, and now I would like to play more and see where the story goes. I honestly didn't know a Metroidvania based on the world and the characters of A Christmas Carol was in development, but what a fun premise. Ebenezer and the Invisible World looks amazing, and the environments are really detailed and full of life, even when many characters are ghosts, ironically enough. Some ghosts can be used as a special ability or as an attack, and I really enjoyed that. The game is a bit combat heavy, and I do think it could use a bit more checkpoints, but I'm really liking what I have seen so far. Make sure to check this one out if it looks right up your alley. The Client's Drops is just a delight to play. The combat is really fun and exciting. The level design is creative and full of small challenges, and the art design is really charming and gives you that nostalgic feeling. I pretty much liked everything about this demo. The boss fight at the end was also a lot of fun and had the perfect difficulty. I'm really excited to play more of this game, and I can't wait to see the rest of the levels and what kind of abilities and upgrades you will come across when it's fully released. When I saw some screenshots of Ugly on Steam, I knew it was going to be a great game. The visuals are amazing, the story is really intriguing and mysterious, and the gameplay is very interesting. I love how creative the puzzles are. They require a bit of logical thinking of you, and hopefully the developers will be able to keep the gameplay fresh and exciting. All the switching between you and your reflection is really fun and creative. And I can't wait to see how they are going to expand upon this interesting concept.
Can you do something with it?
Yeah, that's right. Just look at the creativity in this game.
Hang on, did you just shift reality?
There aren't that many games that just manage to win me over after a few seconds of gameplay, but Viewfinder did. Don't be afraid, the whole concept of creating new dimensions or realities by holding up a photo will become stale, because they change the environment a lot. And you will be able to take your own photos eventually and use them in many creative ways. I'm blown away by this concept, and I honestly was a bit sad when the demo ended. This could be the puzzle game of the year. A few honorable mentions I would like to share with you that just didn't make this list are Another Space Opera, Episode 1, The Wake of the Giant. I must confess I wasn't able to play the demo because of technical issues, so that's why I'm showing trailer footage, but I'm pretty sure this game is going to be amazing. Little Nemo and the Nightmare Fiends has stunning visuals, but the gameplay isn't up to par yet, so hopefully the developers will be able to change that in the future. Alien Hominid Invasion is just pure chaos and so much fun, but the recorded footage was so laggy that I had no choice to use the trailer footage this time as well. I think this game is going to be so much fun, especially with a friend. It's just mindless action with roguelike elements, so if that sounds interesting, make sure to add it to your wishlist. A tiny sticker tail is really charming, and the ability to solve puzzles or reach new areas with the aid of stickers is a fun concept. I had a good time with this one, so hopefully you will do too. Bumpstick has a really simple concept, but it's all about the execution. The core gameplay is frustrating, but really fun at the same time. And all the gimmicks you will come across make it so much more entertaining and more memorable. I'm telling you, do not underestimate this one. Doomblade had the best demo in my opinion. And the amazing thing about it is, the full game is already out. I highly recommend to give this creative and spectacular Metroidvania a try when you have the chance. I hope I will be able to review the full game as soon as possible, because the combat and the level design really blew me away. I didn't expect this game to be so much fun, and I can't wait to see what more this game has to offer. Thanks for watching.